Alright, before I get started, I'll just quickly go through the changes from today. So the first change is that opacity is now remembered by tools, so you could have different tools with different opacity. And if I click on a tool twice, like if I click on this F twice, the fill tool, I can change the opacity over here and it will be remembered. And then if I switch, now we're on chisel tool and it has different opacity. I can change this one. And you can just switch back and forth to different opacities. And also, opacity now works with the eyedropper. So if I use eyedropper, before it used to reset the opacity to 1, but now it retains the same opacity of the tool. So this should be nicer for you guys that are using opacity a lot. Okay, so that's one thing. The other, there was also a bug with saving with a size multiplier. It would not match up with the multiplier you chose if you didn't click on one of them. So that's been fixed. But anyway, other than that, things seem to be working out for the iOS version. It's coming together. I feel pretty okay with it. I feel comfortable with it now, so I'm excited. I think maybe a couple more weeks of testing and then it might be time to put it out in the wild and let it be free. Alright, let me change this to pressure here. I'm drawing my favorite cup. I've drawn this cup like 50 times and I never get sick of it. I just love this cup. Keeps my coffee warm in the morning, which is my main concern in the morning, so, and it does its job. And I think it's pretty. It used to have a brother. This cup had a twin brother, but I broke it. I dropped it while washing it because it was kind of slippery. But this one has survived a long time, and I'm probably jinxing it by talking about his brother. So I'll stop. I will stop. Hey, Mike J. Yeah, and thank you for all the help so far. You've been giving a lot of really good notes on the beta, so yeah, thank you. And oh yeah, another thing that's been changed in this version is the previous version was broken with eyedropper, so it would not get off the tool when you release the hotkey of the spacebar, but now it does, so that's back to normal. Alright, let me start just blasting in some color, and I'll zoom out a little bit too. So the table is pretty blue when it gets the sky, and I'm definitely gonna paint all the way through the table, or through the cup, because the cup is see-through, right? So let's just paint all the way through it. Pretend that the cup doesn't even exist. And this little green area is what we're seeing is just the window coming through. The window light, so I'll keep that. Pretty simple. Yeah, keep it simple. And so the view is different from my perspective and the camera perspective. So if you guys are following along, sorry that I can't really match. I can't match the view that I'm painting unless I strap the camera to my face, and I don't have one of those face cameras yet. So it will probably be a little different, but it's okay. I'm just trying to get all the stuff to go through the cup first, and I'll worry about the cup later. Maybe I should make this a little less opaque. Oh shoot, I need to make... This slider needs to... I think I know what's wrong with the slider. It's not... Okay, I'll fix that later. Let me write that down, actually. Hello, Binks. Welcome. Okay, opacity slider. I think the problem is it's treating the number as a integer instead of a float. And the difference between an integer and a float is if a float is a whole a float is a number that can have a decimal next to it, so like 1.0, 1, or 0.5 or whatever. And an integer just means a whole number. So I think what's happening here is the opacity is like 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, but it's treating it as an integer here, so it's just rounding up to 1. So I need to go back and tell it to be a float, god damn it. Okay, so let's make a new layer here. And the cup, let's make it even less opaque. Oops, wrong layer. It's cool how this color right here, this green that I'm painting with, it looks dark over here on the left, and then it looks light over here on the right. And that's because we are putting it over different contexts. So when we put it over the dark colors over here, it looks light. When we put it over the light colors over here, it looks dark. But it's still the same color. So that's kind of nice. It means I can be a little bit lazy and just use the same color here. And it does double duty. I'm going to make another layer for the inner color, or the inner cup. So this cup is weird in that it has two sections to it. There's like this inner section, and then there's an outer section, and then there's a air gap in between. Well, I shouldn't say it's an air gap because it's supposed to be a vacuum. So there's no air in that space between the outer this like outer section and the inner section. There's a vacuum there, which means there's no air, and air is usually the medium through which the temperature or the heat would transfer through the air as a medium and go out of your cup when you have your hot coffee in the morning. So because there's a vacuum there, it means that there's no medium for the heat to escape through, and it stays warm longer, or it'll stay cold longer, which is really nice. And the other thing I really like about this cup is that I've never knocked it over because it's so stubby and short and wide. It's almost like a cube shape, and it's very stable. Like, so I've knocked into it, and I'm kind of clumsy like that. I'll knock over stuff sometimes, so I like that it's wide and short. And this like funnel type thing on the top is genius because usually when you knock a cup, it like the water doesn't have very far to go before it starts spilling over. But with this thing, with this funnel, there's like more and more space for the water to go as you reach closer to the lip, so it's like anti-spillage design. It's really good for clumsy people. Hello, Joe. Steven, next Blender class I think will, I don't have a date actually, but it's going to be a few months probably before I can start thinking about it. Okay, so maybe I can start to fill in some of these spaces here. Maybe just as mask. So I'm making like really ugly colors just to make sure that I can clearly see what the mask looks like. And then once we have the mask in, we can say lock it with this stencil thing, and then start painting. Yeah, so now I'm realizing this picture looks totally different from depending on what angle you look at it, because all the reflections are changing. So yeah, the view that I'm seeing, guys, is completely different from what's in the camera. But I'll try to talk about more general terms of the strategy here. So I guess the main strategy is to start masking off these big areas that we can paint inside and treat them each like little tiny paintings. So yeah, this little area here, treat it like a little painting. Wow, this is really bright here actually. Okay, on to the next part. I'm going to treat this like a little painting now. This yellow area. Oops, gotta turn on the stencil mode. And one thing I really like about this setup here is that this line that goes through the center of the cup kind of divides everything evenly, roughly. I guess you guys don't really see it from this angle, but anyway, I like this sort of geometric pattern. So I'm going to try to snap everything to this line. And also trying to use as big of a brush as I can at this stage. Simpler is definitely better right here. Okay, new layer. I'm gonna pick out a new area to mask off and do another little painting. Here, I'll make it a more ugly color so we can see it. Another thing with masking is sometimes you can afford to do this where you paint over with the mask and make it go out beyond where it's supposed to be, because especially if you know that there's going to be another mask on top later, like this, that's going to block out the old one, because then you don't have to draw this line twice. You only draw it once. That way it's cleaner. So maybe it's like that. And then maybe one more layer with another mask that goes on top. Hello, Guillaume. Welcome. Okay. And the cool thing about masking like this is that we can then use super gigantic size brush and not have to worry about like going over the edges or anything. My theory is the bigger brushes you can use and as much as possible, the better the painting will look. Or how can I say it? Like, the bigger brushes always feel better somehow in the final product. They feel more alive when you have these like giant loose brushstroke type stuff. So I really want to get as many of these giant brushstrokes in as soon as I can, because near the end of the painting we won't be able to fit them in anymore. They're going to be like bumping into stuff, right? So now's your chance to take advantage of it. Okay, this thing here. Again, super giant brush. That's the only way you're going to get the big gradients too, is with a big brush. And the big like overall changes that you need. The bold stuff. But don't worry, we'll get to drawing too. Drawing will be at the end, and that's when you get to act like a 5-year-old and just scribble. And that's also really fun. But I guess right now we're acting like, what would this be? This would be like a 2-year-old, maybe. Finding like a tub of peanut butter or a tub of sour cream or marshmallows or something, and just like rubbing it all over their face and the walls and all over, or just taking their poop and smearing it all over the bathroom, I don't know. Or pooping in the closet, whatever babies do. This is the phase of the painting where we are right now. Trying to smear it all over, as big and messy as I can. Although I guess this doesn't look very messy. It kind of looks precise with all these lines everywhere, but I'm still like almost maxed out on the brush size. I'm gonna use lasso to draw this. I guess you can't really afford to be too messy with the masks. The mask has to be precise, but then once you have the mask, you can become a cave person, I guess. What are you going to paint next? Damn it, Kirk. Damn it. I don't know, it's a continuous thirst for knowledge, this painting journey. Okay, this is gonna be not pink. Okay, I'm trying to make this, let me try to show this separately. I'm trying to do something that looks like I guess a flower or a toilet or a funnel or something. Like this kind of a thing. Oh man, I'm really bad at explaining. Here, it's like, this is the shape of the cup, right? It's like a funnel. So I want to make sure that my strokes, especially up here on the edge, I want them to do that. It'll make it look more funnely. This puny brush, I need a giant brush. There we go. That's better. Chunky. Needs to be chunky. And the other big thing that helps I think is zooming out, so maybe I'll do that in a second. Hello, Sakuga. Okay, I think my left side is too bright. Channel my inner 5-year-old. Okay. And then down here, I guess this would be like the last layer, right? Here, I'll make another mask for this one. Yeah, looks about right. Hey Anton, how's it going? I've been pretty good. I'm just working on heavy paint all the time, as usual. Okay, so I think we can get rid of this now. Yes. It's always nice to get rid of the lines at the end.
The stars in our eyes, and with heart-shaped bruises and late night kisses divine.
Can probably get rid of this too, although it's kind of cool. Blur this and make a big gradient out of it. Okay, and the last layer on the bottom. I'll continue the half and half thing. Split down the middle. I think that's sort of the cool thing about this setup that I was attracted to. I was like, I need to, it's so symmetrical. I need to paint this. Just cropping it out a little bit. I think it'd be cool to get some of the stuff on the table going, like the shadows down here. 'Cause the shadows with water are always really cool. All the weird reflections and just diamond looking caustics. Oh, what was that? Yeah, use the fill tool to put water in the glass. I don't know, man. I need to add a pour tool also. Let's see. Damn, Kirk is too good. I can't keep up. He's too good. He's a true pro. Hey Kirk, what do you think of this picture I'm painting? Wait, what happened to the... What? What? Alright, so now I'm going back into all these little mini paintings that we made earlier and just refining, I guess, with a slightly smaller brush. I'll go like 75% this time. Does it look like a 5-year-old could have? Still working on it. Channel toddler energy in my painting. I need one of these. Okay, I think we're getting closer and closer to the drawing part of the painting. We're getting to the point where I can't use the big brushes as much anymore. But I gotta hold off on it. I'm trying to stay off of the drawing as long as possible. I think the longer you can wait, or the longer you can resist doing all the little details, the greater the satisfaction is when you actually get to those parts where you're doing like the little icing on the cake stuff. So you just gotta, it's like hold the line, you know? You're just holding. Just gotta hodl. Delayed gratification. I feel like that's what painting is. It's just horrible and painful until you get to the end, and then it's really sweet. Hey Q, thank you. Are you patient, Q? Trying to learn. Yeah. I think I'm patient, but I don't have that much self-control. Like I don't have, like if we have, I just made brownies today, and I'm probably gonna eat all the brownies like today. I'm really bad about that. Okay, what's going on here? Man, how can I get this bottom of the cup doesn't look blue enough? My cup doesn't have enough high dynamic range. Maybe if I go blue here and then like greenish over here, it'll look brighter. Or the other option, I'm trying to make this little area here look brighter, and I just can't. Like the colors aren't getting bright enough. Like if I could, I would get this slider and just crank it way past where it can go. But okay, so we ran into the limit. So the only other thing I can do at this point is maybe get this other stuff that's next to the light part and just make it darker. And maybe that will help to make this feel lighter. No, it's too red. Okay, I haven't figured this out yet. This is bothering me. I'll just leave it like this for now. This area to the left definitely gets darker. Okay, darker. Ah, man, I already missed the beginning of this painting. I got to go toddler mode on it, and now I'm feeling all the responsibilities of life setting in. Gotta pay bills, gotta do my taxes, gotta go jury duty. Gotta I don't know. Actually, I mean, it's not too bad. This is still pretty loose. So I'm happy with this phase of the painting. Although I know there's like I don't know, different personalities like different types of painting. I know people that love to do super detailed, like ultra high definition painting, which is like my arch nemesis. So I guess it's a personality thing. But I think my personality is more lazy. I'm a lazy one. I like painting like this because you guys can't see the view that I see, so I feel like I have more license to change it, and nobody will ever know. So this is fun. Yeah, for some reason when I have the reference up, I feel like I can't deviate from it, or else the boogeyman will come out and say like, hey, you didn't do that correctly, or this is not accurate. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Incorrect. But I mean, I don't know. This is dislike and unsubscribe. I think I made the middle part here too small. Damn it, Kirk. Come on, guys, let's go. Angle's wrong here. This channel sucks. Let's get out of here. This guy's a clown. He's an art YouTuber. No, I don't consider myself. I am definitely not a YouTuber. I think I'm if I were to give myself a grade, I would give myself like a B on painting and maybe a C minus D on YouTuber. Just because I always forget to say please like and subscribe at the end of my videos. I basically never say that. I used to say please remember to dislike and unsubscribe and report the channel, but I've even given up on that. I'm too lazy to even not promote. So at this stage, and then also I would give myself a D because most of my streams get taken down right after because of the music, unless we're listening to Nintendo music, and so nobody will ever see them. and I feel like that's probably not good for the channel. And I'll also, some days when I don't feel like talking, like today I'm being kind of talkative. I don't know why, maybe it's because the sun is out. But some days I just don't talk at all. And you just get a completely silent stream of some guy quietly painting, and it's like the world's most boring thing. So yeah, I'll give myself a solid D. That's okay. I'm not trying to win the YouTube championships or anything. I think the main thing is I'm just painting, which is good. Just want to keep painting. Oh, thanks, Q. I hope the painting makes up for the YouTubing for anybody who watches. Oh, I think I understand this cup a little bit better now. I think I've been painting it wrong all these years. I think that this, wait, let me feel it. Oh wait, no, that's lumpy. Damn, this area is so tricky. Okay, so now for probably the trickiest part that I've been dreading a little bit is the the lip here is gonna be a pain. It's ellipse hell right here. Okay, it's more warm on the close side. I'm excited about this this portrait of my cup. I've done a lot of portraits of this cup, and I think this one is coming out nice. Oh god, I hate doing that. The underside of an ellipse is so much harder than the top side of the ellipse for some reason. I think because like you're going against the curve of your wrist, so it's all super awkward. Okay. I guess I could zoom in. SSX level tricky? Right. This is the SSX mode. JSRF mode. That was it's I don't know about this. I think this looks worse. Oh no, I made it worse. I made it worse. Okay, this goes here. This goes there. Okay. Not sure how I feel about this circular part. Maybe it would be cooler if it was like split in half like everything else. Fascinating.
I can't tell you
Hmm. My advice on freelancing. I don't even remember giving advice on freelancing. What is my advice on freelancing? I don't even know. Hey Jaden. This reminds me of Peter Chan. Oh, well, I'll take that as a compliment. We painted Peter Chan the other day, so maybe we are absorbing his painting sauce today. But one thing I really like about Peter's paintings is that they're very like highly technical, but at the same time they're very playful, and they have that 5-year-old energy in them. Like, you could just imagine him holding his paintbrush in his fist like this and going like like just the way that his shapes are, they're very chunky and they look like a toy sort of sometimes. So I've been thinking about that, and it's really cool. I'm trying to get the 5-year-old energy in my paintings too. The scribble energy is really nice. Okay, be right back. 1 second. So, oh wait, I'm on the wrong thing. So, Heavy Paint was sponsoring Play in April this year, and that means that we couldn't we couldn't get any prizes, right? Because we're the ones giving out the prizes this year, which was really cool. I'm really happy that we got to do that. So instead, this is my prize for playing April. I made a brownie, so I'm gonna eat this brownie. It's really good. The prize me and Michelle came up with is if she finishes playing April, then we'll have cookies, and if I finish playing April, then we'll have brownies. And we both finished playing April, so we'll get cookies and brownies. It's awesome. Win-win. Maybe I can paint with the mouse for a little bit.
parents and vaguely leftist doctrine of beliefs. You know nothing about art or sex that you couldn't read in any trendy New York underground fashion magazine. Prototypical nonconformist, you are a vacuous soldier of the thrift store Gestapo. You adhere to a set of standards and tastes that appear to be determined by an unseen panel of hipster judges. Bullshitting the thumbs up and thumbs down to incoming and outgoing trends and styles of music and art. Go analog, baby! You're so postmodern. You're diving face forward into an antiquated past. It's disgusting! It's offensive! Don't stick your nose up in me! Yeah! What do you have to say for yourself? Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! What do you have to say for yourself? Whoa! Whoa! You spend your time sitting in circles with your friends, pontificating to each other, forever competing for that one moment of self-aggrandizing glory in which you hog the intellectual spotlight, holding dominion over the entire shallow, pointless conversation. We're not worthy. When you walk by a group of quote-unquote normal people, chuckle to yourself, patting yourself on the back as you stalk. It's the same superiority complex shared by the high school jocks who made your life a living hell. And it makes you a slave to the competitive capitalist dogma you spend every moment of your waking life bitching about. What do you have to say for yourself? Whoa! Whoa! I said yeah! What do you have to say for yourself? Whoa! 'Cause I'm proud of my life and the things that I have done. Proud of myself and the loner I've become. You're free to whine. It will not get you far. I do just fine. My car and my guitar. Proud of my life and the things that I have done. Proud of myself and the loner I've become. You're free to whine. It will not get you far. I do just fine. My car and my guitar. Yeah! Well, let me tell you this. I am shamelessly self-involved. I spend hours in front of the mirror, making my hair elegantly disheveled. I worry about how this album will sell, because I believe it will determine the amount of sex I will have in the future. I self-medicate with drugs and alcohol to treat my extreme social anxiety. You are a faker! You are a fraud! Yeah! You're living a lie! Living a lie! Your life is living a lie! You don't impress me! You don't intimidate me! Why don't you bow down, get on the ground, walk this fucking plank down? Yeah! What do you
This song is very, it's very angsty.
Proud of my life and the things that I have done. Proud of myself and the loner I've become. You're free to whine. It will not get you far. I do just fine. My car and my
I guess it's a nice message.
and I am done with this. I want
Okay. I like how this thing kind of feels like a puzzle. I think that's my new favorite thing, is paintings that look like puzzles. And paintings that look like they snap together. Like a Lego painting. Oh man, I feel I got this nice little kidney bean reflection here. So lucky.
Way down along the street. How very, very sweet it will seem once more just to dream in the silvery moonlight. My honey, I know if the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight you belong to me, just a little old me. Julia, what do you see in him? Julia, what could you want from him? You're the same age as me, and there's nothing that I can see. No unified theory that will convince me. Julia, what do you see in him? Painting lines on the back of a cookie tin. Is it better to be different than to be better? How can you be with him? You're the same age as me, and there's nothing that I can see. No unified theory that will convince me that you are happy.
Okay. Maybe just a couple more lines and this is done, because the light's starting to change actually, so I'm noticing some things that are just completely different. I think I need to just finish it as it is and let it go. But pretty happy with this one. I mean, it ended up being kind of tight, but I think it still has some of the toddler energy retained from the beginning, and I can't ask for anything more. Yeah, I need to stop before I start making it worse. All right. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining in today. I'm gonna put this version up. I mean, this version is up for the desktop, and I'll upload it for the iOS beta later on. Again, if anybody wants to try the beta, please save your old paintings before you jump on, just in case. And the link is in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, bye bye.